Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am out on a little hike with my pack in preparation for some more walking that I'm going to be doing next month. I'm also testing out moving maps from OS Maps onto my Garmin smartwatch and using that for navigation. So the route I'm doing today takes me on about 5 miles circular, ending back at my little bit of woodland. So in my pack I've got about 15 kilos, I guess, with everything I need for tonight. Sleep system, water filters, tent. I'm going to be sleeping in the MSR Elixir 1 tonight for the first time, so I'll definitely give a bit of a review on that later as well. It is a beautiful day today. I really could not have asked for any better. We're just at the end of January, and yeah, this is just insane. Lovely weather. Wow, this is so wet. I think that's the way, or is it that way? No, this way. Hey, Garmin watch, winning. So far the Garmin smartwatch has done a great job. Really not much argument as to which way the right way's been to go or anything like that. So yeah, really pleased with it so far. Oh, I just found a pub. So the process I went through to get the maps onto the watch was actually really easy. I used OS Maps. I needed to upgrade my subscription to their sort of paid version. It cost me 20 quid for the year, so super cheap. Plotted out the route I wanted to do and exported the GPX, and then I exported the GPX to my Google Drive, and then using the Garmin Explore app on my phone I imported it as a collection, and then you can go in and rename the track, and then you sync up to your watch and you can start the route. Really simple and works really well. This woodland's been beautifully managed. It's really nice. Really well looked after. Absolutely loving this. The weather's amazing. But it's also a really beautiful walk. I had no idea that this woodland was so near to where my woodland is. Just goes to show what a little look at an Ordnance Survey map can do, doesn't it? You can see how much these trees have been thinned out. They're really managing this woodland, and it really is looking great. They're thinning it out, giving all the remaining trees lots of sort of space to live. Yeah, it's really well managed. Looks like they've been pretty busy. So I think the next part of my route takes me off this sort of main track down a woodland path. So I will stop and make a cup of coffee. So it looks like there's 3 ways I could go here, and looking at the watch, given that we're going off to the left and then bearing off to the right, I would say we're going down there. The path also branches off to the right and the left here, but looking at the watch, it's perfectly clear that we need to go up to the right. There was a time when the thought of doing something like this on my own was really unappealing. Why would you want to, you know, walk for miles on your own and no one to talk to? And I don't know whether it's because I can talk to the camera, you lot, that I find it less daunting or enjoy it so much more, or whether it's just that I'm just so much more comfortable with myself nowadays. Oh, my watch just bleeped. Maybe we were supposed to take that other track. I'm going to keep going this way. Yeah, or maybe it's just that I'm more comfortable with myself. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really glad you guys are walking with me. I've got to say, my pack's really comfortable. I've not once thought, oh goodness me, it's too heavy, or it's uncomfortable, or it's cutting into me at any point. So that's really good. A little bit sweaty around the waist, but that's probably due to my choice of clothing more than anything else. I really should take this off and avoid sweating. But I still haven't had that cup of coffee yet, so I'll probably do that after I've had my coffee. Because if I take it off now, I'll just sit down and get cold. According to the watch, we are pretty much back on track. With, well, not far to go. What better a spot to stop for a cup of coffee than this clearing with a natural table. Great stuff. You can see that the squirrels have had a bit of a feast here, which is lovely. So I've got my sit mat on this natural bench here. Very comfortable. And then I've just put a ground sheet down and dumped my pack on the ground sheet because it's really muddy, and who wants their pack and sleeping stuff covered in mud? Not me, so I keep one of these small tarps handy for just this sort of thing. And today's the first day that I'm trying my pre-mixed milk, coffee and sweetener mix, so we'll see how we get on with that. Cheers. That is really good. And I'm not carrying any milk. It's perfect. So this little cup and flask and wood burner system was about 22 quid on Amazon. And I don't really think you can ask for much more than that for 22 quid. It did a great job. I'll put a link in the description below. The only thing it misses or lacks is a lid for the cup if you want to get a faster boil. But I have subsequently ordered a separate lid for £6. So obviously you can't pack the lid on top of the cup because then the flask won't go in. But you could, pop it underneath. And it came with this cover, and I actually managed to fit the Trangia at the bottom of that and jam that in on the top and still get it closed over, so perfect. Thanks, tree seat. So that was a lovely cup of coffee, and I'm not just saying this because I made it myself, but that pre-mix coffee is a great idea. I used some really good quality powdered full fat milk. Forget the name of it, but I'll put a link in the description. And then I got the ratio of coffee and milk tested a couple of times, you know, in a mug, and then basically just filled the bag up with that ratio and added the amount of sweetener that I needed to make it taste right. And yeah, really impressed with it. Spot on. Spot on. I'm back on the path now, which happens to run smack bang through the middle of this field. But it is signposted up as a public footpath, and the way is fairly well trodden, as you can see. So I'm definitely on the right way. It was all going so well until I tipped into some really deep mud. So my boots have taken an absolute caking. But it is what it is. What do you expect hiking in January? Especially in this sort of terrain. So yeah, nearly there now. I have got just 3/4 of a mile to go, and then I'm done. Tackling another bit of uphill, which is fine, but it's quite muddy as well, so it's a bit slippery. 0.38 of a mile to go. So that's it. Back at the car. Now it's time to get back into the woods and set up for the night. Finally reached home. Got my regular lineup. There's my kit that I was carrying today. Sorry that the video's been completely handheld today, without any sort of tripod work. I was trying to sort of see how light I could go, and carrying a ton of camera gear with me wasn't really an option. I wasn't really even going to film, but there you go. So yeah, I'm just going to chill out now a little bit, have some lunch, and then set up camp.